Got it. All righty, y'all. All right, y'all. Namaste. Peace and greetings. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey here in Morocco at Northwest of Mexico, and I'm here with my magnificent bros.
Islam, namaste, peace and love. I'm Horary Bey.
Islam, hola. How are you? I am Terrell Tamari Bey.
Islam, guys. Thank you so much for joining us as we get into our 7-day tropical medical astro weather report.
Me and my chalice.
Just to go and show you what it is that we're actually taking a peek at, actually. Let this calendar load. All right, guys, so we're finishing up from the month that has both the Sagittarius and Capricorn solar transits, which is December. All righty. And we're finishing up for the 30th, 31st of December into all the way to the 5th, January 2022. And this is what we're about to get into, guys. So, of course, Sun is transiting tropic sign Capricorn, Earth sign Dilla Seago, ruled by Saturn. Soon ingress on the 19th. The Sun will ingress into Aquarius tropically on the 19th. Alrighty, that is the air sign. That is the water bearer, right? And temporarily ruled by Uranus, anciently ruled by Saturn. And like I said, too, guys, we're going also all the way up to the 5th. All right. I'm not mistaken. I think it's going to go in the order of Brother Corey, Brother Terrell, and myself, as far as Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are concerned.
Indeed.
And we will continue accordingly as we have for the past few cycles. All right. So thank you all so much for joining us for that. Let me actually exit out of here. All right. With that being said, here, share the screen. Alrighty. We're here on the 30th. Sunrise is 7:31, and I yield the floor to Brother Corey Bey. Islam.
Indeed, indeed. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're far too kind. All right. The day is Thursday, December 30th. As the brother just said, the moon, the sun appears to be 7:30 and 53 seconds into the AM. The first transit we will be observing is going to be prior to sunrise at 2:51. All right. What that's going to be is the moon trine Neptune. So the moon 120 degrees aspect of Neptune, right? The moon is in Scorpio, and the moon is in the first house in Scorpio, 20 degrees, 36, 38. Hold on.
Yeah, it's 38.
38, 20 degrees, 38 minutes, Scorpio, in the first house, and it's trine Neptune. So that Neptune will be 20 degrees, 38 minutes, Pisces. And that will be in the 5th, should be in the 5th. Yep. That's hanging out in the 5th house. Is it still in the 5th? Let's see. We got 20, yeah.
27, yeah.
Yeah, it's right in the 5th. It's right in the 5th, 27, 11 minutes into the 5th house. All right, so note here, we got that moon in watery Scorpio, right? So kind of sensitive. You might be sensitive. So note that sensitivity, particularly in your dream state, all right? Journal, once again, I kind of feel like we said that last week about yesterday. So anyway, journal, make sure you're journaling your dreams if they are coming through, if you're remembering them. Help yourself to receive those messages, to inherit those messages through the dream state. that state of being. Allow your intuition to assist you in your vision and manifesting your vision. You know what I'm saying? So follow that inter course, that inter guide, to assist you in manifesting that which you seek to manifest. Do not search without, search within, look within.
It's on.
And, produce from within. So yeah, it's also good energy to, what's the word I'm looking for here, to cultivate those manifestations through your breathing practices. So your breathing mastery practices, if you will. Get in tune with it. Just do it, right? Don't speak about it. Do it. Excuse me. So your breathing practices and any other like intuit practices you have here. A good time to practice these things, metaphysical practices, if you will, in order to assist in your manifestations. We're going to move on to the next transit, which will be at 4:53 a.m. And that will be Mercury with Pluto. All right, so Mercury is conjunct Pluto. So that's at 4:53 and 17 minutes. And they are conjunct in the second house at 25 degrees Capricorn, 53 minutes. All right. So second house energy, possessions, consumed with thought. One may be consumed with the thought of protecting one's essentials, particularly crops, right? Because this is the cusp of the 20. Ooh, is that an 8 or a 6 I wrote down?
Yeah. It's definitely probably the 26th because 28th is the Pisces energy.
Okay, thank you for that assist. 26th lunar mansion, that's good for it's actually good for gardening and intellectual studies, actually. So yeah, you may be kind of consumed with the thoughts of protecting your crops, feeling the effects, and that may be occurring because you're feeling the effects of transformations that are taking place in the overall structure of things. So like, how can I bring that into more of a practical situation? Like you may be really consumed in thought of, well, maybe you do have crops, right? So maybe you're a gardener and let's just say herbs, right? So you're gardening herbs or something, and you're really consumed with the thought of like making sure that you harvest that crop and store everything well, because you don't want to fuck your crop up, because you know that the price of time and basil is like exponentially rising at the store because of the transformation of the structure, which shows up as like inflation at the moment. You know what I'm saying? That type of vibration, if that makes sense. It's also a good time for intellectual studies. So you can kind of.
Yeah, I've been studying a lot of psychology, so I can deal with the bipolar people in my family. I'm not You're laughing. Y'all know I'm serious.
That's
deal
definitely
with
Mercury.
I'm trying to.
Venus.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, "Yo, I'm telling you, man, this is what I think a lot of more sons don't talk about publicly, and they need
Mercury.
to."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think it's the time. I think it's the time, because it's dealing with family values, that the reason that there's a lack of real unity or family values is because the mothers are manic. And people need to not be offended by that. And I'm telling you, that transit right there, it's very important. I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, people are going to need to admit what's going on. I'm telling you, because it's a lot of sons. It's not just me. It's a lot of sons out there that I speak to also that actually deal with the trauma of someone who's bipolar but hides behind their job, working for some, you know, agency like SSA or IRS, you know what I'm saying? Or hide behind unemployment, you know, insurance, as if something was accomplished. I'm telling you, 7 years of studying, that thing right there, Mercury conjunct Pluto in the second house, man, if that isn't the theme to my thoughts and my studies these last couple of days, I don't know what is. I yield the floor, Brother Corey. Excellent.
Islam. So around 4:53 a.m. tomorrow morning, this energy may hit its peak. So be aware of that, and note it and operate accordingly. Moving on to the next transit, we will bear witness, as it appears to be, the moon sextile, this retrograde Venus. That's going on at 8:18. So the moon's still all watery and sensitive and stingy, right? Seductive and poisonous. In Scorpio, that girl is poison. The moon's in Scorpio. And
there was never a big butt or a smile to trust. So.
Oh no! Stop it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just going along with your lyrics.
Yeah, shit. All right. That is sextile. Venus retrograde Venus in Capricorn, and Venus is in the first. Yeah, it's first house. Cool. Venus in the first. The moon in the 10th. They're at 23 degrees, 58 minutes respectively, right? Because they're partile. And they're sextile, they're partile. And even though they're partile, they're sextile. So it's very likely one may be feeling sensitive.
Say that shit. Say that shit. Say that shit. Talk the truth.
I'm just I'm on the vibration of like sensitive about your valuables, right? And you may feel the urge to kind of hoard or stash the external substances that you use for consumptions which please your senses and provide the sensation of quote pleasure, right? So yeah, you like whatever it is you like, you want a lot of it, and you kind of want to hoard it or stack up on it. And again, playing on and just, you know, looking at that energy from about 3 hours earlier. Yeah, 3 hours and some change earlier. About 3 hours, 20 minutes or so earlier this degree. It's like that transformation. I guess it goes along with protecting your crops, right? And now you're like, oh shit, all right, this is what's valuable to me. This is what's important to me. Let me stack up on this and kind of, you know, make sure I have an abundance. Just because that's just the energy. That's the energy that's kind of on the rise. That's from my observation. Now, if you're going along with Brother Hasan's perspective of that observation, you may just want to watch the fuck out. If that energy is going to keep on.
Yes. Seriously.
Because that's going to open up an opportunity for that stinger energy that I quoted the lyrics. I said that's poison, right? That's Luna in Scorpio. So that girl is poison, and the opportunity for that stinger to strike and for it to like really like strike a chord, if you will, to when it does hit it, you're going to feel it. You know what I mean? It's going to sting. That type of vibration. That's going down in the 10th. And where's Venus again? Venus in the first. So yeah. And that sting might like even change it could change your state of mind. It could totally change your status as it pertains to the public. So at 8:18, maybe stay off social media tomorrow.
For real. You might get triggered by something you see, eh?
Yeah, you might get triggered by something you see, or you might be like, you might not want to air out your laundry. You might want to wait for that energy to subside. All right, we're going to move along until 11:27. Woo! Yes, I am still going, folks. I got quite a few transits this time. All right, 11:27. This is Luna still creating opportunities. This time, the opportunity is for transformation with Pluto. So Luna is still stinging in those Scorpio waters. Now Luna's hanging out in the 8th house, right? And she's 60 degrees away from Pluto. Pluto's transforming structure in the public eye. Pluto's transforming things and sharing that which is being transformed. So it's possible that the level of sensitivity here may expose other secrets, or like maybe it's like that. Yeah. So it's kind of more like that which was veiled will kind of be unveiled more to a public. It will be unveiled to more people, because of the people's sensitivity than someone trying to unveil themselves. It's kind of like, oh, you are a quote unquote magician and you got this really good trick, but people have been seeing that trick and now they're keen, their senses know what to look for when you go to do your little 3-card Molly thing, and it's just not the same. Like, oh, okay, I see what that is, type vibration. However, on a more positive note, if you will, not that one was a negative or bad note, but that sensitivity, like, may create a opportunity for you to inherit or be the receiver of a gift which is financially transformative and beneficial, right? So one way or the other, tap into your insight and intuition, you know what I'm saying? Use these senses, be sensitive, allow yourself to be sensitive and notice the subtleties and do your best to find benefit through this transformative energy. And we're going to continue. 12:10. Luna will sextile Mercury. Again, Luna's still in Scorpio. It's just a few minutes later, really, about 30, 40 minutes later. So she's still in the 8th house as well, right? This time we're observing her sextile, partile sextile to Mercury. Mercury is in Capricorn, right? Yeah, okay. I mean, I should have noticed that, but someone
yes.
Note like all
yes.
the Capricorn. Yeah, all right. Boom. Yes, as Brother Jack said, yes. Good opportunity to communicate sensitive information. All right, put some thought into how you're structuring or what you intend to communicate prior to projecting it. However, with that being said, it's still a good opportunity for the information to be received well. Yeah. Yeah, there's a pattern here of just transformation, and then this kind of weird like transformation, and then I'm gonna come out publicly and tell people about it, or people are gonna find out about it, or something's gonna be exposed by noon. Yeah. All right. So the moon goes void, of course. The moon voids for the next 5 hours, 58 minutes, and 23 seconds. If we're observing when Luna enters Sagittarius from the Wilmington, North Carolina Corporation. However, you got 12. Oh, you're still on the other one. Oh, let's go to Luna ingressing Sagittarius. Yeah, 1808:04. So he's got 1804 seconds. So for this calculation, it'd be 5 hours, 58 minutes, and for the 20, 19, 18 seconds. Yeah, something like that. All right, read a book. Set your intent for upcoming cycles, right? Set your intention for upcoming cycles. Feel out where you are to aim your target. Yeah, so just kind of tap into your intuition, tap into your, your really just those activate all 7 senses, man. You know the first 5. If you don't know the first 5, then you need to go back to elementary school. And if you don't know the other 2, it's insight. You know what I'm saying? So activate all that. Use your higher mind, and set those lofty goals. All right. And then we're going to continue to the final testimony for December 30th, which is Thursday. Once again, that's Jupiter's day, and that is Sextile. So last but not least, Luna at 18:42, right? 18:42, Luna will square Jupiter, right? Luna is in Sagittarius, as we just said. So she's moved out of that Scorpion energy and she's into this foreign relation energy, this, metaphysical, philosophical type of energy. However, even though that's the vibration she's on, she's squaring Jupiter right now, which rules over Sagittarius. But Jupiter is in Pisces, which Jupiter also rules over anciently, right? So that's interesting. And that's going on in the 8th house. Then in the 8th, yeah, for sure. 0 degrees Pisces, 21 minutes, as Luna is 0 degrees Sag, 21 minutes in the 5th. Yes. So where or what you are kind of feeling somewhat conflicts with a spiritual, quote unquote, spiritual inheritance that you may overlook, right? So I would say, what's another way to say that? A spiritual inheritance, some type of gift, some type of innate gift that you came here with when you were made manifest, and you may have overlooked it for quite some time. However, there's a potential for it to be activated, or for you to tap into it, or for you to access it, or begin to exercise that energy, if you will. However, you just really got to tap into that Luna, man. Again, this whole theme is just like Luna, all sensitive and Scorpio. So even though it's just coming out of Scorpio, just moving into Sagittarius, you still got that sensitivity going on. So vibrate on that high intuition, that highly sensitive aspect of the being, and do your best to not overlook that which you have the potential to really access here. Yeah. On that note, I yield the floor to my bro, Islam.
All righty. So we're moving on to the 31st of December, right? 1441. The sunrise and sunset is the same. Near the Baltimore Corporation, more than likely near your corporate jurisdiction as well. So sunrise is at 0731 minutes and sunset is at 1648. And the first aspect that we're going to look at for the 31st, and there's only two aspects that goes exact on this day, which is at 13:15, if I didn't say that already. The moon will sextile Saturn. So as Brother Corey told you, the moon is in Sagittarius. So like he told you, you're aiming at something with purpose. And Saturn is in Aquarius. So, we're structuring our group endeavors or our group economics, right? Both at 11 degrees, 53 minutes. Moon in the 7th, hugging that 8th. And the Saturn is in the 10th. Yeah, so this, this would be a great time or very beneficial time to consider or get into the studies pertaining to contract law, or trust law, estate law, things of that sort. Really knowing the formalities of what a trust is, basically just the word itself. Who you trust, who has the structure, or if you are lacking structure within yourself, or some structure needs to be considered to basically connect to that energy Brother Corey was really telling you about, with that, you were manifest with this innate ability. So this is that time to really connect with it, with the with the literatures and or the experiences, but more so I would say pretty much both, because the experience is definitely the best teacher. So the things that you experience and the literature that you come across, it'll definitely help you get to this next stage of life, so to speak, this next level, right? So let that intuition, speak, let the truth be your guide, release the falsehoods and things of that sort, reconcile what really needs to be reconciled. Be pretty much ready for a change, very sudden and erratic changes that will pretty much, something will have to be considered for some growth to be accomplished. Let's just put it like that. I'm going to move on to the last aspect for this day on the 31st. The moon is going to conjunct Mars, and they're both in Sag, right? Of course. This is so interesting. They're fucking conjunct and pairs, sort of, kind of. Oh yeah. Like, hello. So, yeah, definitely what Brother Hasan was telling you about just emotional disturbances and very unpleasant situations will more than likely manifest around this moon conjunct Mars energy. So, to, pretty much do your best to avoid it. Don't get into the emotional or intellectual debates. Really just go within yourself and your emotions and construct and utilize that fierceness that you're feeling to manifest something rather than to destroy something or to harm something, not to, because something can be destroyed to build, as Brother Corey told you a few cycles ago. So more so not do something constructive so you aren't harming yourself and or someone else. But in reality, if you're harming yourself, well, you're always going to harm yourself more than you really harmed someone else. In reality, that's the truth. So yeah, just really consider your thoughts before you speak, right? That Mercury, that Gemini on the rise, so Mercury's doing its thing in the 9th house. So, or 8th house, what you got? 8th house, 9th house, yeah, 9th house. So, again, that's that psychological thing where the mental stimulation. So, some beings can be trying to utilize certain methods or psychological methods that they've, learned from someone very close to them. And, like I said, don't really feed into that energy, just more so, construct or build your character to the best of your ability rather than feeding something that's looking to, who would rather, go through the process of decay rather than, growing more extensively. For sure. Just really conquer that lower self, really. Yeah. Speak with honor and, that speaks for itself. You're not really trying to belittle or hurt anyone. So if you're speaking with truth and someone gets offended by the truth, what harm are you really doing? However, you want to be mindful of those things, and they definitely will probably be coming to the forefront. So, just think before you speak. And keep the progress going pertaining to, again, eradicating the lower self. So get that done, because this is that energy with that Mars and Moon conjunct Antares. It's like, instead of, bickering and battling with yourself and or someone else, right? Do the things that, makes you feel good rather than, the things that don't make you feel good, pretty much. And with that, I will yield the floor to my beloved brother. Shalom.
Islam, beloved brother. All right. Going on to the first Saturday, January 2022, right? Sunrise is at 0731 and 12 seconds thereafter. I think we have, for our first aspect that's previous to the sunrise, is Luna square Neptune. All right. So both Luna and Neptune are at 20 degrees, 41 minutes. Luna's in Sag, Neptune's in Pisces. Alrighty, so, the square is overcoming the obstacles and really instituting at home, the values that the dictates of your soul are letting you know is good for the growth and for family and home. So again, it's an opportunity to really grow in home, further the values that the dictates of your soul are saying for you to institute.
Indeed. As a man thinking, get that book.
Thanks a lot. Sun trine Uranus is the next aspect. 14 degrees, 40 minutes. is where the sun is. Alrighty. Interestingly, though. Okay, never mind. Am I in the right spot? Yeah, I feel like this is the. Yeah, I was about to say something's not right.
Yeah, I seen Uranus at 14 degrees. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, hold on. Here we go. This is the one I'm looking for. I'm like, maybe I was on previous. It's all good. No worries.
Where you at? Oh, Sunshine. Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, that was at previous. So I'm like, well, hold on. I don't remember a new moon happening yet. You know, that's why I'm like, why is the moon just after the sun? And I looked at the date. It was so September, but whatever. All right. So Sun trine Uranus. All right. This is going down in the second and fifth house. Really just being creative and you know, recalling those things within inside of us that, you know, could be sporadic. Maybe creatively turning rebellion into something that you can actually shine a light on, you know, your values, especially when it's trying. You're really speaking on the fact that we're internalizing knowledge poured into us in order to really extract the value for our betterment. You know, the sun is the life source. So being in harmony with the retrograde Uranus will allow us to go in to find those things about us that we find creative. However, they don't really need anyone's approval, to the point where any idea or creative idea you have and you want to share with the public or with the group, or be able to gain some sort of finance from your creative endeavors, this would be a great time to do so, because you will not allow yourself to be stopped.
Indeed.
14 hours, because the moon went void, of course, with the moon square Neptune. So it's about, you know, about 14 hours and 46 minutes to void, of course. So I wouldn't really make any major transactions till after 2 minutes after 1800, once the moon ingresses Capricorn. So Luna ingresses Capricorn here. It's in the sixth house. Guys, I would just do what serves us. Whatever serves us when it comes to, you know, of course, it's a balsamic moon. So, you know, some things or some thoughts that we're closing out on. If it's you know, if there's an apology that you owe to someone, make sure you get it out. Especially when it comes to, you know, transforming the way that you value serving others. Due to the fact that if one has been misserving people, they are now getting an inward reflection on how that actually affects people. I think they'll actually get to see for themselves how they are structured in their subconscious mind before coming to a fresh start when it comes to subconscious health. With the moon there dealing with the subconscious mind, Pluto deals with psychology, which is along with Mars, just, you know, house previous to it. So we're really able to go within and really dig out those gems within us to really see if we are who we think we are, and are we really serving ourselves and others appropriately? Because this new moon will let us know that, you know, if we're not, then there's going to be some serious adjustments.
We all reap what we sow.
Islam. Alrighty, still in the first, 1900, 12 and 36 minutes thereafter. We have Luna sextile Jupiter. Okay. So it's a 5th and 7th house, pardon me, sextile. Alrighty, so, you know, we're just allowing ourselves to creatively renovate the institution, you know, relating to one another. You know, if there weren't standards set in engaging with people, then this would be a great time to set those standards, because it will more than likely be accepted. Possibility people will possibly be open to the knowledge poured into them, dealing with being able to creatively relate things that would actually allow them to expand their home so that they can really institute an infrastructure that will almost kind of automate the activities, not only in the home, but in the mind first, because the home will be an extension of where the thought process is, as always. Well, all right. Sunrise for Sunday, 2nd January 2022. We're still at 0731 minutes. All right. So with that being said, so rude. You know what I'm saying? That's some other stuff like that too. I know I probably should just ignore it, but you know, that's why I think my fucking biological father is a fucking FBI agent. I'm not gonna even bullshit you guys, man. Like, dude, you know I'm loud. Stop fucking calling me when I'm loud. Seriously. Yeah. Anywho, it must be what's on this chart right here. So sunrise again is at 0731 minutes and 18 seconds thereafter. All right. First aspect is previous to this, actually, and we have Mercury ingressing Aquarius, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
All right. So I could have sworn I hit previous, but let's fix this. For some reason, it's okay. That's the wrong one. That's why. Hold on 2 seconds. There we go. 209, baby. 0209 minutes and 28 seconds. All right. All right. So Mercury is ingressing Aquarius. All right. I think a lot of people are going to go back to our videos and really look at them. I think this is going to be a time where people are going to realize we're on point. But 9 times out of 10, we're giving you testimonies and delineations that are spot on. And I think a lot of people are going to really realize that, you know, we have definitely secured a means to communicate astrology to the public, local and abroad.
Indeed.
All righty. In a way where we brought it to your house. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't really know who really appreciates what we do. I know we do. So I really do see people are really going to be paying attention to astrologers, especially us, because you know we're the people that people will out of, let's say, out of every 12 people watching us, only one or two will speak up and say something. But, you know, out of all the 12 people are really just like binging us, binging our videos, trying to figure out how we accurately describe something that's happened in their life and stuff like that. Well, ultimately, because we're being ourselves. Literally. Without being arrogant, you know what I'm saying? Which is another thing. I'm just kind of like, you know, I realize a lot of things that were, you know, put out there, and we allowed ourselves to really go beyond those things. I'll just leave it there. So yeah, this is the "we told you so" transit. It's just a theme going on here, how Moon trine the Uranus now. I mean, Sun trine Uranus. Now the Moon's gonna trine Uranus after this Mercury ingressing Aquarius. I just be watching those little like patterns and stuff like that, man.
Hella second house energy too.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, man, like, you know, there's a lot of things that are gonna have to be unveiled.
Some shit has to be moved.
They have to be, man, because the values are being compromised.
Yes. There's a psychological block pertaining to.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, it is. The sad part is that, you know, some people will just never get it in this lifetime. That's why I said, man, you'll be surprised. You'll start seeing like a lot of more sons dealing with people that have stable mindsets. And if those stable mindsets just happen to be pale-skinned women, you know.
I knew you were about to say
it's your fault. I'm just saying, I'm peeping a whole lot of stuff, bro. Even down to when the Mormons be saying what they be saying about unconscious wars. I'd be like, okay, it's a lost cause. Anyway,
the autobiography of a yogi.
Yeah, some people want hope, but you can't have hope without accountability.
That's very true.
Yeah, because hope is the next leading fuel. You know what I mean? To accountability. It's like once you're accountable, it's like, oh man, I hope to do this because I already have been accountable for these things. So I can move on in this if you choose to hope. That's if you're a hoper. The 1119, 1119 minutes and 26 seconds thereafter, we have Luna trine Uranus. All right, so this is 10th house, of course, and first house. So yeah, when it comes to I'm just gonna keep it a whole band. Like when it comes to our like collectively, you know, our active status or our career status, like when it really comes to that, man, and things we're doing in house, I just really see that we're able to really take that which we built for the collective, that for people to actually value and get what's necessary for their culture. Brother Corey spoke about gardening earlier. The first garden is your mind. And every Wednesday, we're planting these seeds appropriately. However, it depends on what field you are. Are you fertile soil? Are you the wayside? Are you the briar patch? Do you know what I'm saying? So, and for those that don't get that, just read the story of the parable of the sower. So you know, a lot of times we'll throw seed. However, chapter 12, some soil you can't grow food on.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people are looking for food on a soil where they should be looking within themselves. So material consciousness is really on the forefront as far as being evaluated. People are really evaluating themselves based on what it is their mind goes to first. Your mind identifies with what kind of status. And 9 times out of 10, you'll find that you have a harmonious subconscious rebellion within yourself, which will allow your status to equal the subconscious mindset that you actually have. And last but not least, Sol and Luna, right? What's that? Doesn't make sense. Not charging, dude. Hold on. My iPad is charging. Great, great, great. Am I flying through this or what? Am I talking too much?
Good.
Good. All right. Sol, Luna, 1333 minutes and 19 seconds thereafter for the 2nd January 2022. 12 degrees Capricorn, 20 minutes in the 9th house. Guys, learn your lessons. Embrace your lessons. Find the value in your lessons. The biggest foreign affair that people have to deal with is themselves. So when it comes to your heart and your subconscious mind, are you really going within and really finding the values that will allow you to stop being a foreigner unto yourself? Capricorn is the land. There are many mindsets that are foreign to their constitution, their physical body. So after Luna separates from the sun, it will be on his way to a retrograde Venus. At that point, you should have a little more clarity on what it is that you're actually lacking. Because the opposite of values would be what? Invaluability. So you'll actually go within by seeing what is externally not valuable, by making sure you're honest in adjusting what is internally invaluable. Did I say that correctly? I think I did. It felt right. So your subconscious and your subconscious mind and your heart are really asking you all collectively to stop being a stranger unto self. Some people call that a personality disorder. Really make sure that you are making the higher learning pertaining to your subconscious mind, your heart, and your values be that which will transform for the better. With that, I yield the floor. Islam.
All righty. Islam. So we're moving on to the 3rd of January. This is the moon day. All right. We still have the same sunrise time, also 731. And 1 minute difference in the sunset, so 16:51. Right. The first aspect we're going to look at is the moon is still in Capricorn. Right. It is going to, what's it going to do? It's going to sextile. What are you, Neptune? Is that Neptune? Yes. 20 degrees, 43 minutes. Neptune's in the 5th. Wow. Yeah, Neptune's in the 5th. Oh, moon's in the 3rd. Okay. I'm like, what? All right. So the moon's in the 3rd, Neptune's in the 5th. All righty. This is at 251 minutes. So This is that time to rise from your sleeping slumber. Really. Oh. Yeah, this is just, again, like bro just told you, how your first estate is your mind. So this is really that connectivity to that reality that your mental or your mind or your estate is the first thing that needs to be cultivated properly for, proper structure, or for you to, conduct yourself accordingly, or, properly, or, without harming anyone. Those dreams that Brother Corey told you about, this is definitely very relative. So definitely consider those dreams, because they're definitely going to connect you to your wounds and what needs to be considered, like Brother Hasan was just telling you, to again get to that next level, or that threshold, or your throne, basically, to be the throne of being yourself. Like, seriously. So, acknowledge those wounds. And those self-inflicted limitations, or those, limitations that were bestowed upon you, as within your childhood. However, you don't have to hang on to those values or that process, if it isn't beneficial to you, so to speak, and what you want for yourself. Right. So moving on, the moon is going to conjunct Venus. Right, moon in Capricorn, Venus in Capricorn. This is at what? 04:59. So yeah, let those dreams, inspire you. Let your bloodline inspire you. Really connect to those values that, or that culture, your cultural values that you, that resonates with you, and release the ones that do not resonate with you. Because again, the second house energy, something has to move. There's something that has to be considered. Some reanalyzation, or some possessions, or some sort of inner mental process needs to be moved out of the mind for proper growth, because the values with Venus retrogrades, like what you value and what you put your time into, is relative to your experience, in a sense, and or how you experience your experience, or how you react to what you're experiencing. So really consider what needs to be removed, literally. So then the moon is going to conjunct Pluto after this, right? So this is, again, that you just got off that realization what needed to be moved out of one's. It could have been your home too, to just be very practical, but it could be internalized too. So some energy that needs to be moved and transformed. So the moon conjunct Pluto, this energy in your mind, or in your emotional processing, or could be your actual home, or actual some communication that you're having with a friend, close friend. There's something that needs to be transformed, or reestablished for proper. That word has been key. The proper proper guidance and teamwork, so to speak, because they're in the 11th house. So it's like something has to be transformed within our group structure, or how we as a people are helping one another, so to speak. Could be something very inventive around this time that may spark the creative energy within us all. So yeah, change one's fixed attitudes pertaining to falsehoods. Let go of those false realities and really come to reality. And this is the moon's last aspect until it goes into Aquarius at 1744. That's 6 hours, 24 minutes. It goes void. So you would not want to spend your notes, your resources. You want to be mindful for those 6 hours, 6 hora 6. 1744, the moon goes into Aquarius. The moon is the 7th. You know, those relationships are key. It's highlighted, you know, that second house and that 7th house, Venus doing its thing. Is some you know, some creative changes or inventiveness within the relationship to restructure the way that the relationship is possible at this time. And it can be self-inflicted too. It can be internal. So, you know, there can be something that's being changed or some things that's probably comprehended that may have went over your head at some time. This is that type of energy with that moon and Mercury doing its thing. You know, why not go back to those those documents or that literature that, you know, you have whatever one of your close friends, that guru friend of yours who gave you that book that, you know, he told you that or she told you that really helped her realize, you know, what life is, basically. You know, just consider that. What was that? Whoa. But yeah, it's a good time to do something with the children too. Maybe, you know, be open to the children. The children may help you with some getting out of your creative blockage. Maybe that's possible. So be open to the children helping you with your creative endeavors. It's very possible. And my last aspect, I'm going to yield the floor. Moon conjunct Mercury, 2137. So if you don't know, you should know. You should get the book, Divinely Prepared by Prophet Noble Ali, The Circle 7. You should analyze it for yourself. It's a very great Master Mason's book to master yourself, you know, help the posterity and help people help themselves, so to speak. That's why I'm telling you about that book. Celestine Prophecy, As a Man Thinketh, Clock of Destiny, Volume 1 and 2. Morse literature. What else? Encyclopedia of Medical Astrology. Yes. The Autobiography of a Yogi. Rig Veda. Bhagavad Gita. The Holy Bible. Even. Why not? Metaphysical Bible Dictionary. So sum it up, get into some literary arts, the scholarly works. Feed that master that's waiting to be fed with inside of you. Feed that master that's waiting to be fed with inside of you. Feed that master that is waiting to be fed within inside of you. And you're the floor. So,
Yield the floor to Brother Core.
yes, so,
all right, so we've made it all the way to Tuesday, the third day of the week, which is ruled by Mars. Right? Ruled by Mars. Mars is Martes. Martes is Tuesday. Tuesdays Mars Day. Mars Days is Dramaio. Right? January 4th. Okay. Sunrise is 7:31:24. 7:31 and 24 seconds. The sun appears to rise. The sun will appear to set at 16:52. Luna is in where's Luna in Aquarius? However, the first transit we'll be observing Luna squaring Uranus. Uranus is retrograde and Taurus. Luna is in Aquarius, as I just mentioned. 10 degrees, 54 minutes in the 11th house. And Uranus is 10 degrees Taurus, 54 minutes in the first house. So let's see, the principle of things is 10 degrees, 54 minutes. It's the principle of things. I believe it's Taurus, 10 degrees. So sharing one's feelings pertaining to principles, if you will, somewhat conflict with this changing or restructuring in values. So, you know, it's like people may feel very set in their their minds are made up, right? Their minds are made up, and they're not budging pertaining to how they feel. So their minds are set, almost somewhat stubborn about things. However, that energy is going to be disrupted with all this changing in values, the changing in the structure of values. So that Taurus, that stubborn bull, is going to start to make some moves. It's almost, I kind of just saw, because, you know, Uranus deals with electricity, right? And then that's Taurus, the bull, in the first house. So it's kind of like, you know, I'm not about harming animals, but it's like the little electrical pride to like get the stubborn bull to start moving type shit. So, yeah, how you feel, any stagnant, any stuck stagnant feelings are going to conflict with this overwhelming, almost not overwhelming in the way that you can't handle it, but it's going to kind of overpower your stagnation. You know what I'm saying? In that way, you will no longer be able to be stagnant in your ideals, in your principles, or maybe yes, you'll be clearer on the principles, but your feelings, you know, may change. And that's all just a result of everything we've been speaking about in testimony in days. So we're going to move along on to 1344. All right. 1344 and maybe some change, 1343 and 42 seconds into the hour. The moon or Luna will be hanging out with Saturn. So they are respectively at 12 degrees Aquarius, 19 minutes, and that is in the 10th house. Yeah. So they are in the 10th. They are conjunct, partile, like exactly, you know, conjunct. So they're on the same degree, same minutes. However, Mercury is still in there, in Aquarius, in the 10th house with them. So you got lessons learned, right? Again, you may have these lessons may have been kind of, you may have felt sensitive to how you've like learned these lessons. You know what I'm saying? Like you're coming out of some sensitive type energy here, and I mean Luna in Aquarius. I'm not going to say as sensitive, definitely as all that Luna and Scorpio energy, but you're going to be feeling like like you're ready to change things, you know. That's what I'm getting here. The feeling of change, like many different streams here abroad. And the lessons have been learned. And if you haven't learned the lessons, then you're going to be disciplined here, kind of in this energy, because, you know, Saturn's in the 10th house. So it's essential that you learn these lessons. And if you don't, then it's going to kind of suck for you because it's already this sensitive lunar energy. So just, you know, instead of, it's like a motto I try to go by, like, you know, life happens, right? So live, try to get in front, be proactive, you know, and get in front of the energy. Because if you're just reactive and you let it just hit you, you try to ignore it, it's going to be, you always kind of pay for it more that way. So, you know, use this sensitivity to kind of assess whether you've learned these lessons and if there's more to learn, more to grasp from this teacher that may come across as pain or discomfort or dis-ease or disorder. Do your best to learn from it so that you can evolve your state of being, your state of mind, with those higher streams of thought. Because everything it all starts with mind, right? Moving right along unto 1945, right? 1944 and 35 seconds to be exact, if we're observing from the Baltimore territory. The transit is Luna sextile Mars. All right. So again, Luna in Aquarius in the 6th. Luna is in the 7th, actually. So Luna's in Aquarius in the 7th. No, that's the 6th still. Because the 7th house cusp is 19 degrees, right? Yeah. So Luna's in the 6th. And she's sextiling Mars, which is in Sagittarius in the 5th. 16. No. Mars is still in the 4th, technically. All right. So activity at home. Interesting. So actions at home open opportunities for, oh yeah, I gotta spit this and then I gotta go. Opportunities at home or actions at home. Hold on, I'm slightly distracted. Let's see here. Actions at home may inspire some charitable activities, that type of thing. Sagittarius at home. 9th, 4th. So home, higher learning, and action, right? So maybe your studies at home may inspire you. Your philosophical studies may inspire you to, you know, get involved in some type of charitable activity, something that is being of service to others, being of service to those outside of yourself, right? So whatever actions you're taking with your metaphysical, philosophical studies, you know, it's just a good time to tap into how you can use this energy, use these streams of thought to be of service to those outside of yourself. And on that note, bros, and anybody tuning in, I must yield because I actually have to go and pick up a family member. Islam.
I would say, bro, Islam.
Oh, that's great. All right, Islam, bro. I'm going to finish out this Wednesday because that last aspect, that moon goes void of course for 23 hours and 29 minutes. So you guys are gonna, make no transactions from 7:45 p.m. on Tuesday until about 7:16 p.m. on Wednesday. You just might as well just do all your shopping early Tuesday, and just cook during this moon void of course. I'm telling you, anybody make any type of transaction on this particular void of course, it'll be evident. You will see. If you wanted to try and really see if moon void of course is buyer's remorse, then go and transact for something, and then just pay attention to the outcome. Even if it doesn't work like you expected, it's not the quality it's going to be something not within the confines of your expectations or what you thought was going to pleasure you in the experience. So, but I'll be getting to that after my first testimony. Sunrise again, guys, is 7:31 and 24. All righty. My first aspect, I have Venus sextile Neptune. Next button on at 11:02:52. All righty. So Venus and Neptune. So here's Neptune at 20:45 in Pisces. Venus is at 20:45 retrograde. Capricorn, of course, it's in the 10th house. That's in the 12th. So we're just really coming to unveiling, institutions that unveil the inner gems within. It's like institutions that unveil the inner gems within is Professor X's X-Men School. After that 23-hour and 29-minute void of course, Luna ingresses Pisces. It sextiles Neptune and then it ingresses Pisces. You see those patterns? All right. So with this, guys, when it comes to your subconscious mind, you're really doing your best in relating your breath exercises, to how you're going to, remarkably expand your, with the knowledge that you've gained some knowledge and you're looking to implement it, right? And incorporate it and how you can relate to it from your thoughts to your actions. So the first relation you're looking to do is to relate your thoughts to your actions. And then being able to, instill and institute a walk necessary that will allow you to really expand how you go about your breath exercise. How you really expand instituting your mental health care. Last but not least, interesting, sextile to Neptune, ingressing Pisces and now conjunct Jupiter. All that is Piscean energy. Sagittarian too. Okay, so we're doing a conjunction with Jupiter. That's at 21:56 and 53 seconds thereafter. This happening in the 6th house, guys. So, if the way that you're expanding, the dictates of your soul, if it's not serving you or anyone else, it probably would be best to make sure that you go around those people that can. All right. So with everything that Brother Corey and Brother Terrell have been speaking on, if you guys haven't recognized what this theme is the theme of find your people. Mm-hmm. Find your people. Some people may be Moorish American. They're going to take off their turban and fez and go back into the state in which the prophet found them because they're way more comfortable being Negro black colored. Some people that are Negro black colored are really going to see the benefit in declaring and proclaiming your nationality and making sure you're doing the right things necessary. Because anything else is manic depression. Cover the 101. Think about it. Mother's unconscious in the prophet's hands on that cover, which means that ultimately we go around in our lives trying to respect something that will never do what we expect it to do. And if we just pay attention to our actual experiences and the pictures, we're going to have to allow ourselves to not be abused into respecting people who are manic and unconscious in the prophet's hands. So one of the biggest dark priesthood spells that you guys have been thrown under is respect your elders. There's a caveat to that. If they're competent and fair and loving, you do not respect elders who hide their mental issues behind organizations and Federal Reserve notes or de facto agencies and their programs. So this will be this here will allow you to really expand on, find your people. You know what I mean? And stay there. Because those that know they aren't serving you well are going to try to hang on. Because they actually know that there's no way out. So anyone who has been not respecting how to institute serving one another appropriately, they're really going to find themselves limiting the way that, if the dictates of their soul say to expand this way, they're Saturn going like, wait one moment though. Before you do that, you need to work on this first before you can do this. Right? All that being in the 6th house, of course. Well, of course, Saturn's in the 5th, as far as the moon and Jupiter. So with that, I yield the floor. And I definitely appreciate my magnificent bros knocking us out with me. Let me stop the screen share. Any questions, comments, and or suggestions, Brother Terrell?
Be yourself. That is all I suggest.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Because I think with me is, I'm about to go find my people, bro, so I can continue to be myself. Like I'm thinking, like even for us, looking for different activities astrologically that all 5 of us could actually do. I'm not looking to include anyone else other than the brothers, because we all have experienced that even though we have the instructions, our mothers don't follow instructions. They resort to manic episodes. They hate Prophet Noble Drew Ali, good morning, Nate. And what I mean by that is when people don't incorporate the necessary disciplines, what's being failed to be realized is not just the overall be all, like you're going to be hateful. What is actually occurring is you just need to recognize and be accountable. Oh shit, okay, this is where I'm at. You see what I'm saying? And I need to expand further than that. But I haven't met any accountable mothers. Mothers are only accountable when they think they're about to lose something. They're about to go to jail, lose their children. That's the only time they become accountable and apologetic. You're laughing, bro, but that's the truth. And a lot of sons are not speaking up because they're afraid. They think they're going to lose something. And I'm telling you, I watched the album. Huh?
What? Vagina puppets? Pussy puppets?
Yeah. I mean, then like I said, it's so funny you say that. Because when I watch, yeah, exactly. Because that's what they think. They think they're going to lose out on some vagina or some finances or an opportunity with a woman in some kind of way. And really, at the end of the day, when I watch these our Albion sons and daughters, or I'll watch certain Moabite mothers that are psychologists, and I'm listening to what they're saying these people deal with and go through. And then we have astrology books, bro. We have all these books. So to actually have family members around us that actually progressively get worse. And we're astrologers, and we have pointed out to these people, hey, look, work on this and work on this, or you're going to end up in a loony bin. No, we tell people that shit straight up. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you guys ever do a Synastry chart, if you're a couple and one of you had, and in your Synastry, Mercury is conjunct Neptune, the Mercury person's going to lose their fucking mind.
Especially if they're holding on to illusions. Especially.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, specifically because, yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm. And so like sons like us, we have mothers that have, I'm gonna keep it a band because a whole bunch of people ain't speaking on it. We've had mothers that have physically abused us so much in private that now we're these good, upstanding Moorish American beings that are not appreciated by the same women that wanted us to act. At least that's what they said, right? So now when I go back and think about anything my mother had said or anything my consorts have said, all those were just momentous suggestions that would only allow them to control the situation in that moment. They were never really seeking to solve an issue. It was only for manipulation and control. Because what I see at the end of the day is a lot of people get away with murder, using children as weapons.
Oh, God.
No, I'm serious. It's a lot of Moorish women using children as weapons. They'll put themselves out there with fezzes and turbans, but they're really horrible to children in private. They really, really are.
That just made me.
You see what I'm saying? And it's like we're not bashing. No, you good, bro. We're not bashing the mothers. We're just saying like, yo, it's a limit now. We're at our limit. I know I am.
That's
all the astrology I can do, and I can give you all the suggestions. I'm telling you, I have given people much needed suggestions, and I watch them ignore getting better. I watch them choose the wrong decision,
bro. That just put the nastiest taste in my mouth as you said that. It was just,
that's because people aren't talking. Because look, chapter 25, if thy sister is in trouble, forsake her not. Look, man, I get that, but it comes to a point where you got to be like, this motherfucker is fucking with people. This motherfucker right here, she can't really get it together and he needs some help. And none of the mothers out here, the Moorish mothers, are accountable. You got people out here saying that they're prime ministers, right? And this is no slight to motherfuckers, but if you really go and check out what it is with manic depression and shit like that, like make sure your prime minister isn't manic depressive. I don't give a fuck who her sons are. I don't care if that's you guys want some bullshit. You guys want some fucking bullshit. I'm just gonna keep it a band with you. All right. So it's got to come a time where we're gonna really be collective and stop using the people. Yes. I'm telling you, a lot of these elders are just performers. They're entertainers, they're performers, and they're not helping. I'm telling you, I done reached out to many adept mothers, and a lot of these adept mothers tell you that certain people can't be helped in this lifetime or whatever, or people will just try to use the book of the law a certain way to try to avoid them actually needing to be accountable. So I'm just really seeing like, bro, a lot of people want some bullshit. And then the thing is, the exposure isn't going to happen because there aren't too many people like us that are being honest. So a lot of people are, they're hiding the truth. They're trying to crucify people like us, kill us, stress us out to the point where we die from stress, and then they get to avoid it. I'm telling you guys, I see what needs to be done. That's why I've done what I've done. I'm letting you guys know. There's got to come a time where you guys got to stop lying to these mothers.
Yes, because you're lying to yourself.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry. My apologies.
You're lying to yourself. No, you're good. Because that's if you're lying to the mother, the creator of life, you're lying to yourself because she created you and she sustained you. So. Yes. Imagine
how many women got offended by me saying what I'm saying now, which is proof of their manic episode.
Yeah, that's
like they get offended so quickly, but it's the truth. You need to change your behavior. All this forsake her not, which means don't chase after her or walk away or some shit. I'm telling you, you're going to start seeing a lot of more sons with probably Albion women or women that can actually be accountable if they're not Albion.
Yeah, so you're literally, who should suspicion affright except the guilty? Basically.
Say that one more time.
Who should suspicion affright except the guilty? So you just said these women are being triggered by, but you're just speaking on a condition. You're not speaking directly to, so that would, again, it would only trigger you if you're some sort of guilty.
I always trigger. And when I speak when I'm on private con, I don't care if it's an elder mother or a younger mother. Y'all know they get offended with me.
Indeed.
Because they love a lie. Back to the cover of the 101. All right. So y'all can sit here and try to cancel me and Seven Hill Star or whatever. Get the fuck over yourself and kiss my ass. Like, seriously, I don't give a fuck what any of you people say. No, I mean, because I'm always genuinely kind, but it comes a point where, sometimes Wayne Brady got to slap a bitch. No, I'm serious. Because sometimes people will take your kindness as a weakness. And right now, what I'm saying is, you guys, all this Moorish American stuff and honors to Prophet Noble Drive, that's good. When the fuck are you going to start really practicing this shit within your character? Because according to the cover of the 101, the mothers never get it unless they're being pimped. Sorry, they don't call it pimping. They call it being provided for financially. But I'm telling you what I see. I've done an experiment well enough to see when Federal Reserve notes is present and when they're not. I'm telling you, these are not, our mothers are not human. They're not natural. They only respond and react to fiat currency and debits and credit things within Cash Apps. And what we're to do is be back in harmony with nature, and nature's God. And what's so funny is, even when I say that, I mean, nature's God means your natural calling. And I'm telling you,
indeed,
it's not just us, bro. I know it's a lot of brothers that are out there that are really thankful right now. A lot of people are Kevin Samuelsing this situation. Let's just keep it a whole fucking band of what is really going on. People are fucked up psychologically. And these past 7 years, I've been doing an experiment to actually see, because I wanted to comprehend my biological mother and why I've interacted with all the different types of women all my life. And I actually realized that I'm genetically predisposed to dealing with manic depressive women that are bipolar. So now I need to see what it is about myself to stop attracting these type beings. But as we all know, 7 heel star. When you heal, you always happen to attract broken beings, right? That will seek to drain your every suggestion because they're really in a mindset of destruction. So you Moorish mothers out there that don't have, like, there's a couple brothers I can think of, not just us, bro, that there are women out there who are struggling with holding on to their children or don't have their children. And I'm letting you know now, it's probably the best thing for those children. Even though I know it's better for children to be with their mom, but if their mom is on some, I'm telling you, yo, it's not good. I'm telling you, I grew up with a bipolar mother. She was just able to hide behind Social Security Administration for 20-something years. And now she hides behind church. Not even dealing with the manic depression, though. You see what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it a band with y'all. See, a lot of people like, oh, man, why you do that? Brother Corey was like, yeah, don't air out, your laundry and stuff. Man, let me let y'all know something right now. That transit is for later, not today. So what we doing today is making sure that y'all are clear on what's going on. So yeah, this is a little different. I'm not even going to go to the website and advertise. You understand what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, make sure the mental health of the women in your family are straight, because government starts with family. Families come from mothers. And so government is, ruling your mind. And if you're not ruling your mind appropriately, then what you're doing is you're creating a corrupt government. You're manifesting corrupt government. And I'm telling you, some people, I see why a lot of women don't have their children, bro. I'm telling you. So we need to do our best, being the Moorish community, to assist one another and stop sweeping the mental health issues under the rug. Stop allowing the mothers to lie about other sons. Because I'm telling you, just like that video I posted on my Facebook, you hear that Albion's son talk about how this woman called the police and was making all these accusations, and now the children getting pulled out the house. That's because women here in the West have this mindset that they can positively be one-way aggressive with no consequences. I'm telling you, every mother, older and like elder and youth, I don't care if you ever seen me with them, you ever heard me, every mother has this issue. And we spend our time practice lying and ignoring by being respectful. Okay. How many people respect John Wayne Gacy? How many people respect Hannibal Lecter? How many people respect Jeffrey Dahmer? You see where I'm going with this? These are psychopaths. That if somebody would have spoke out and noticed the signs earlier, then maybe they wouldn't have been eating people and killing people. I yield the floor, beloved brother. That's my public service announcement for today. But I already know I got to deal with my own in-house crazy right now. So I'm telling you, this being a son that deals with a spouse that's bipolar and is not admitted, that shit is tough. It really is, bro. And it's only but so many years you can keep that shit hidden and covered up. You feel me? It's only but so long. Because what happens is, instead of, our shit getting fucked up, you know what I mean? Our career and all our things or whatever, you know what I'm saying? We need to tell the truth and make sure people are going to really heal. You know what I'm saying? Instead of allowing, you know what I mean? Because everybody knows, you know what I mean? Unstable mothers will try to sink your ship, so to speak. All righty. So I have always been outspoken. I don't care. You know what I mean? Some people are like, oh man, stop putting people in your business. That's your business too. You're just avoiding it. I'm just pointing out the fact that a lot of people are Moorish Americans, but they don't really assist. They don't help. And then don't allow people to go, oh, well, we're all at different comprehensions. Telling you, people have found clever ways of being irresponsible. All right. So with that being said, I love me, man. Because there's going to come a time where people are going to just, you know how when somebody like myself speak out and then people are like, oh, see, man, he a hater. And then something's going to happen. And then all the people are going to look at us. Like I just said, we're going to, that Mercury ingressing Aquarius, that I told you so shit. And all we going to do, all 5 of us, 7 heel star, we're just going to be sitting there like this. We told you so. Man knows not by being told. Well, how long are you going to be sitting on that shit? In order to ride a bike, you need training wheels first. When the fuck are the training wheels coming on? You know what I'm saying? Who puts training wheels on a mountain bike? All right, anyway. Any questions, comments, and or suggestions?
Nope, I yield.
All righty, my beloved brother, whom I'm well pleased. I got to get my printer fixed too, man. My printer's not printing the blue, and I'm gonna get all my products printed and all these other things, man. I got so many plans I got to do. So in between dealing with, you know, a manic depressive spouse and trying to get work done, that's why any of you guys seen my work slow down the last couple of years, because I've been dealing with that issue. And making sure that you know, sort of is okay too, because it's that serious, guys. You know what I mean? And it's just really bad. It really is. And so that's why I'm speaking out. Because fuck it. A lot of more sons just save face. And that shit is sucker shit to me. So with that, I yield the floor. You guys dealing with a bipolar spouse, maybe you guys should check out Dr. John Delaney. That's who I posted on my Facebook. All righty, for you guys to check out. Because I really love my loved ones. I just realized that, you know, sometimes being respectful means that you gotta lie, and I'm not a liar. So instead of lying or sweeping things under the rug, what I think we need to do is really speak on the issues that people cover up. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I grew up with a bipolar mother, and currently my spouse has this. I mean, I don't see any difference between my mom and my spouse. Honestly, I really don't. My consort, I really don't. As far as the psychological, you know, with the way they go about things, they get angry real fast. They, you know what I mean, violent real fast. You know what I'm saying? Physically bucking or cursing, raising the voice. It's just like, whoa. Yeah. And a lot of sons, like I remember one son, I think it was, I want to say it was like Rashid Lynn Bey on Facebook. And I'm not saying his appellation to, you know, point him out like that. But I remember a video, and he was being picked on by a sister who just went live on his Facebook or whatever and was just literally taunting him. And I'm sitting here looking like, wow, man, this brother got to really just chill out while he's being publicly embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of times, you know, you guys ever see me around any mothers, usually I had to deal with their alcoholism, just banana shit, man. I'm serious. People on some other shit, bro. They will blow your fucking high. Like if you're floating on, you know, some herbal sacrament, or you're just naturally floating, they will do everything to ruin that for you. And I'm telling you guys, make sure your family members have real mental health things that are good, because it's a lot of people out here that's working for Social Security, IRS, getting unemployment insurance, and these people, just because they're women with vaginas, they're not fucking special. They're just criminals with vaginas. Not violating Act 3, because first principle is love, and after that is truth. So whenever we start really talking or whatever and stop supporting people, that, because most of your Moorish mothers are bipolar. They really are. And they hide behind their platforms and finances. So you guys need to kind of maybe make sure, you know, because that actually comes with consequences too. Supporting people that you kind of know deep down in your heart don't need it or don't deserve it. 2245, I'm gonna yield the floor, Brother Terrell. Thank you so much. Is there anything you want to add to that, bro? As far as your experience or anything? I know I probably sound like a grumpy old astrologer, but I feel like, yo, if I don't say something, ain't nobody else gonna say nothing, y'all. And plus, I ain't no bitch, so fuck people. That's real. You know what I mean?
No.
Y'all, you know. So to all the people on the email list that hear them, like, oh my word, do you hear his language? Look, fuck you too, because I know y'all got real problems too. A lot of y'all, you know, in those astrology, societies, astrological societies. So let's not go there.
Yeah,
All
nope.
right,
It's clear enough. You heard enough.
Islam.
Indeed.
All right, so we want to yield the floor, man. And like I said, tomorrow, you know, I do all my design or whatever. I'm not going to do any, you know, graphic design tonight, man. I'm just going to take a break, probably lay back down or whatever, get my rest, bro, because This shit is taking a toll on my body, bro. For real. So with that being said, I'm gonna get some much needed rest. Kind of been resting all day, bro, so that I can remain free and not behind bars. So with that being said, I love you all. All right, but I actually do. Not that phony, stupid ass love shit that people be talking about.
Love and light.
Yeah, talk about real love where a motherfucker go, hey, your nose dirty, motherfucker. Here's some Kleenex. That kind of love. Yeah. All right. So with that, I yield the floor. Love you all. All righty. Namaste. Islam, Islam, Islam. Peace and love.